we have a lot to look forward to. After years of struggling and in a desert of no pan in San Fernando on a competitive and national level, this year, happily, we will see the return of the South Central panorama. If you look at the history of San Fernando Carnival, one of the things you recognize instantly is that when southern bands excelled in the national panorama, it was when we had our own panorama as part of the carnival. The excellence begins there. That those of us old enough to remember what Skinner Park looked like in those days, we have to bring that back, and that is the combustion that we're sending up the highway. I want to thank the committee, the subcommittee for Carnival. When I was in New York and as soon as I landed in Trinidad, I got a message from his worship, and he says, get in touch with me, and he says, I want you to come on board and see what we could do to move this, get the engine moving. So the committee the subcommittee that we put together for the launch of Carnival, with the support and guidance of the CEO, Madam Mills Mark, and the members of the council, the outstanding Mr. Riyad Hussein, and of course, I have to can't strongly enough thank and endorse the mayor's commitment to this cause. So, but the committee comprised of the bands of San Fernando, Ivan Kalichuran, the Kalichuran, Jagisa, Anthony Beeman Charles, all the Juve bands, some is the best, the DJs, the Calypsonians, Tuco has signed on. So on the 26th, we're going to see San Fernando in a way that we haven't seen San Fernando, giving San Fernando an opportunity to show where under a unified flag that we could take this whole carnival to the level, and in time, I'm not saying that we will do in the first year, we will be back to the glory days, but I tell you what, we will be closer than ever. And one of the outstanding things we would be doing for the launch of Carnival on the 26th would be the two leading record labels in San Fernando nationally, KFP Records, KFP Recording, and Dancing Trend are both going to be launching their 2024 music, both in Kaiso and in the Soca Arena. So that is essential. And yes, I didn't tell you, Mayor, but yesterday we had a big band signed, a big brass band, with brass signed on to perform at the launch. So you have a lot of stuff. You will have Pan on the Road, Franklin, you're going to have Pan in the Park, you're going to have that whole build-up. People are coming back. Monday Mass is coming back, and it's going to be a very pleasant surprise on Carnival Monday in San Fernando. During the day, you know, after the Juve, there's that lull between the Juve and that. You will be pleasantly surprised to see what happens this Carnival. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of tourist incentives, and Councillor Hussein is going to be at the helm of that, and people are going to see a lot of buses coming to San Fernando, and all the historical sites in San Fernando are going to be a part of the tour, the historical San Fernando, so that, you know, we don't want people to just come to San Fernando, like I said this years ago, come and they put down the suitcase in San Fernando, they carry the wallet up the road. We plan to keep you with your wallet in San Fernando and give you value and give you the kind of quality entertainment that you would expect if you're traveling from London or Canada or the United States. So that's in brief, and I'm happy to be a part of the team, Your Worship, Madam CEO, Councillor, and I will open the floor now. So questions for the Mayor, questions for the CEO, Councillor Hussein.
Congratulations. I'm really happy that we have a person of your experience, and one who's accessible to the media. As convener of Carnival or convener of the city?
I'm just hearing it's a Carnival.
So what if you were invited today to the news conference on Carnival, but I'm seeing that we have a lot of the mayor would have gone through the whole gamut of the city thing which would have already started. So we have one segment of the pan competition coming back to San Fernando. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
South Central Zone, you know?
South Central Zone?
Yes. So that's where San Fernando, I mean, when you think about it, when Fontclair was at its height, when was Antilliana was where they had Hatters, all these back, it's because South Panorama was there. We fed off each other. That was the combustion that took us up the highway. And people knew that when the bands were coming. You know, in writing the book Idema on the San Fernando Carnival, one of the things Terry Evening, the great Terry Evening in Hollis, once in a conversation, he was confiding to me and a couple of other mass people. And he said, you know, and for those who don't know, Terry Evening was right hand, the creative right hand with George Bailey. And Terry says, you know, boy, we making the mass in Tommy, and he talked about by Bailey. You see, but in the back of my mind, we wondered what that fella, the fireman coming up the highway from San Fernando, speaking about Mark. When we were at our best is when we were in control of our creative space. And it was one of the things I insisted that the San Fernando must have its own return of the panorama. This gentleman over there, Mr. Mina Bebele Batiste, his dad was Kenneth Batiste. Kenneth Heads. Well, we call him Heads, but you know,
Joshua Street.
Say why and you got it on this side of the world.
yeah.
If you butcher the job, you know what they're
Right. But as captain of Warsat, they understood the importance of that. They understood that when Southern Warsat went to Police Green and one of the big pop school and one of the music festival and some drummers went up there and ran, it was because we were energetic. This was our engine room. Now we being asked to judge the kings and queens of the Savannah Stadium for this team. We are asking the panorama all about the place. Tobago has a panorama finals, a rerun of that panorama finals, Police Green of course. What was the city of San Fernando that produced all these stalwarts in the Carnival? So for us, those children we pass outside there, they must look up to someone. And we have to create that ambience, create that initiative, create that path for them. And I think that that's the mission we are here today. And so, just to tell you, yeah, the path is coming back. And one of the things instantly was that one band, steel band leader told me, he said, well, yeah, we're happy with the panorama coming back, but they put it on Thursday. So it's a good start, because if the panorama, South Central panorama is on Thursday, it means that the bands were preparing to go up to the Savannah on Sunday, have to break down Wednesday, come to the park, set up, break down Thursday night, trying to set up if they could and be in the Savannah for Saturday. So there's a disadvantage. But first year we got back where they will get there, but they can't do it next year until about Thursday. Because it has to be equal. If we're going to Panorama, we have the same kinds of opportunities and balance. So that would come and in discussion that would happen.
Skinner Park would be the
Skinner Park, yes, Skinner Park. And that's the other thing, we have to get everybody on board with this.
I'm not seeing a time for the launch of Carnival on your program.
Okay, the launch of Carnival starts at 3 o'clock from Skiffle Bunch. And Function will be on the road, there will be DJs on the road, there will be cabaret, there will be costumes, all the bands we asking the bands, the steel bands, who are, even though there's only one steel band rolling on the road, that the other steel bands will come out in support with their band t-shirts and all the other bands are going to have their presence. Mass bands, Juve bands, Monday Mass, Monday Midnight, all the components that they have. So they leave from Skiffle Bunch at 3 o'clock. We expect to be in Skinner Park by 4:25. And a full program kicks off at Skinner Park with Calypso, Pan, Mass. It's going to be chock full.
I know you all have all these grandiose plans for Carnival, and I'm encouraged, but I know the underlying issue has always been funding. So what kind of budget we are looking for, and what do you, I don't know if you all would have gotten the, what would have been promised this year's budget, and whether you all are still owing any of the mass participants.
I would ask his worship to answer that, because we can do it, but not in the past, but there are a lot of hopeful things going on.
We understand that funding is always an issue, but we have engaged the NCC. 2 weeks ago, we had a very meaningful conversation with the chairman of the NCC. We also engaged them with regard to assisting us with this launch, and the talks were very fruitful. So it is in that regard and in good faith that we are hoping that the fact that all of the stakeholders are together, and this is the first time that this has ever happened in the history of San Fernando, that we can plan a product, understanding that sometimes we do have budgetary constraints. So we still want to plan within what it is that we can do to create a proper program going forward.
Do you have an idea of what kind of budget you're looking at based on the programs you have in mind?
That is ongoing right now, because at the end of the day, you started off by asking, first question I asked is, have we even paid off the persons from the past? We had with the transition of mayors and convener, there are some persons that right now we still engage in on paying off, right? Get that out of the way, right? And I want to leave the aspect of planning a budget and going forward to the creative mind. I'm not passing the buck because he passed the buck to me, but to the creative mind of Mr. Philip. And then we will sit down with the financial mind of Ms. Mills Mark, and we will put together the best product that San Fernando has had in a very long time.
What are some of the new programs
For Carnival?
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot
That's
of,
just 3 months away.
yeah, we have a lot of promoters and soap artists who are interested in coming on. We want to create a premium event for San Fernando, similar to what is done in Port of Spain, right? So that is where we are. And we are also looking at our improving on our Juve product, which is the best in the country, I must say. And as the word said, our Monday evening and our Tuesday mass. We have to try to build the interest and get people to come back. As I indicated before, tourism is one of the sectors that we are looking to build within the city, and we have engaged different travel leisure groups to create packages for people to come to San Fernando. So in the future, it is envisioned when we have more hotels, because there are plans for hotels within San Fernando, that these packages will grow and people will come to the city for what it is that we are putting forward.
So you have the business sector on board with you?
The business sector,
In the past, that has been kind of privileged.
Funny you should say that, you know. Funny you should say that, because when I came into becoming mayor, I asked the business sector and they said they would never ask them. So they are on board.
So they're providing packages
Yes.
that you could sell to your respective participants.
Yes.
And what are some of the tourism incentives that you spoke about to attract?
So obviously we have engaged a travel leisure company. So we created packages amongst the different bands, whereby you'll have someone pick them up from the airport, book their flight and their stay within the city of San Fernando. If you want to have a babysitting service, maybe, right, with a whole full roll-up, just to create that atmosphere whereby our counterparts in Port Spain have been doing it for years. So we've decided now to treat the business of Carnival as a business.
Let's hear it for San Fernando Girls Government School. I see Councillor Hussein, and he probably wanted to be in one of those costumes, doing the fancy sailor dance. Yes, so next, I'm moving quickly along, thank you, to the first school. I want to invite San Fernando, St. Gabriel's Girls Arts School. San Fernando, good morning, good morning. Our presentation, Dame Lorraine, St. Gabriel's Girls RC School. The Dame Lorraine traditional character appears as a female dressed in the style of a rich planter's wife. The Dame Lorraine was not a single character. Dame Lorraine was a collective of characters who took part in an elaborate skit. Long ago, this performance would take place on the Marsh Gras. The Dame Lorraine poked fun not only at the elaborate festivities of the rich planters, but also their physical infirmities. The name of each character was in French Creole. These names were very descriptive and pinpointed certain bodily defects. At one time, the big bottom and the big breast were worn by separate characters. Today, both are combined into one outfit, worn by one character. In the past, mostly men portrayed Dame Lorraines. As of late, mostly women portray the character. San Fernando, I give to you St. Gabriel's Girls RC School's portrayal, Dame Lorraine.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the holding market.
the national anthem played by Raphael Lizard for Clifton. I first want to recognize the table, which is really Robert Parent. He's in the best place with his health right now. He's running too hard, running the city. And inside the city is running him also, but he needs to slow down. Madam CEO, Kathy Ann Mills Mark, member of the council, Councilor Rian Hussein. My name is Gawad Philip. I'm the chairperson for the launch of Carnival 2024. And we would like to open the day's program with a little light-hearted extempo from none other than the very outstanding Sanfernandian Leo Batiste, known to the extempo world as Baby Lee.
Everybody left? Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Give yourself a round of applause for being here. Or they don't like my colors, they don't think that deserves a round of applause. Red, white, and black. Pleasant morning and in distance stands 35 years of excellence. In this auditorium, my job is to tell you welcome. Yes, 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 welcome back to the members of the media and to everyone here. ain't drinking no ain't quite, but now I'll tell you that the thing goes on into adolescent time. So this one is a very cause if they come and jealous, they don't know what to do. Don't go without me right now.
Thank you very much, Abibili. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure being here this morning. We are all excited, we pumped up, we energized, we confident and eagerly looking forward to Carnival 2024 in a different kind of vision and a different kind of direction. One of the things that we are trying to do is to bring the Carnival into the orbit of tourism and arts and culture. So the chairperson of that committee for the City Council is none other than Councillor Rihanna Steen, and CEO who has been gracious in, I like using the word, affording us the opportunity to put this at very short notice into place. So I thank you very much, CEO. And ladies and gentlemen, I think for a lot of us, it is his first foray into the Carnival arena as the mayor and the chief Carnival person in the city of San Fernando. Please welcome His Worship Councillor Robert Harris.
A pleasant morning to the members of the press. Yes. Pleasant morning to the members of the press, members of the audience, members of staff, to the head table, Ms. Mark, our convener of Carnival, Mr. Edward Phillip, and our chairman of the Tourism, Arts and Culture Committee, Councillor Ria Hussein. We envision in the city of San Fernando bringing life back. We have identified 4 sectors of development within the city of San Fernando, namely tourism, culture, arts, and sports. And therefore, we undertook this very robust month of events, whereby we can also partner with the small businesses, the small and micro businesses, giving them an opportunity through these events in the city of San Fernando. I am very proud that everything thus far, Madam CEO, seems to be on point and going the way it's supposed to. We really want to try to do something different to breathe life back into the city of San Fernando, where it is that persons may have feel hopelessness, there is hope. And I would like this administration, this 12th San Fernando City Council, to represent hope in the city of San Fernando as we move forward. We are working extremely hard. We have a calendar of events. Today, you would have been exposed to the youth explosion that is outside of the different schools. That's a new program, a new event for the city, for City Month. Tomorrow, I hope that you all will join me at King's Wharf for the Mayor's Boat Ride. On Sunday, we have the hybrid soca pump with Miss Fayan Lyons. Fayan and Bunch have signed on as ambassadors to City Month. We also have the school's drama program, which is on November 6th. On November 8th, we have Little Stars Fairy Tale at 10 a.m. with myself and Miss Elizabeth Montano, Marshall Montano's mother. So, you know, the press should be here as well for that one. We also have the church service, and we have a police band concert on November 9th. 10th, we have our internal San Fernando City Corporation road race and the National Schools Drama Festival finals. On the 11th, we have Acts of Kindness, a prelude to Christmas benefit gala. That's a private NGO that we are assisting with this. We then have the FEC match, San Fernando versus Arima at Skinner Park. We have our annual Distinguished Public Health Lecture Series on November 14th. We have our November 15th, we have our teen staff meeting with the secondary schools. That will be in the council chambers upstairs. November 16th, we have Leisure Lunch, which is formally our Senior Citizens Day, where it is that we pamper our senior citizens. And we also have another new event, Movie on the Hill, for members of the San Fernando City Corporation. We'll be having a movie on the hill. On November 17th, we have a popular DJ, Papi, street party in Pleasantville. And we have the Teen Talent Competition, to which we had last year that was quite successful. I attended the semifinals last Sunday, and it really, really looks to be a very good program. We have our Juve 3 a.m. on November 18th and our civic reception. Again, another promoter from Point Fortin Borody has signed on. Morning Neighbor, they're really from San Fernando, so we'll give San Fernando credit for that. November 21st, we have special kiddos visit by Tesora. I'll be going to the children's ward, visiting the children's ward and giving them some stuff. November 24th, we also have the after work soca truck that will be advertising the launch of Carnival 2024. We have the mother of all military parades, and we invite everyone to come to our military parade, 7 a.m. on November 25th. Also on the 25th, we have Pan in the Ville in Pleasantville, and the I Sasha concert that takes place on the San Fernando Hill. On November 26th, we have Parang in Paradise. We also have the launch of Carnival on that very same week at Skinner Park. November 28th, cinematic blockbuster, whereby we have a movie screening for the primary school students at Gulf City, Cinemas 1 and Cinemas 8 in South Park. And we ended off with the Mayor's Ball on the 1st of December at the Point of Air Sports Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say that Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival ended last week with Tobago's Carnival, but the calendar really starts with San Fernando. And therefore, we're going to go straight into Carnival from this city month. December also, we have a number of events. We'll announce it to the press as it comes along. A lot of promoters have signed on to come and do different things. Right now, we're actively promoting Parang Park. It's coming up. And we have a surprise on that day. So we're going straight to Carnival with events in the city of San Fernando. And with those few words, I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity. I don't think Mr. Philip knew that the CEO and I would have officially named him the convener of Carnival. So we'd like to congratulate you because of his wealth of experience and knowledge that he brings to this. We know that Carnival in the city of San Fernando is in good hands as we move forward. So, with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam CEO, your worship. And thanks everyone. That was quite an announcement. But I think it's the opportunity to do things in a way that brings a whole lifetime of experience with Carnival with San Fernando, both from a creative standpoint and also from the standpoint as a writer and a historian. So I would like to again light it up and celebrate. There's no other person doing a tribute to our stalwart Leroy Gallis, Black Stallion. Let's give Abimele another round of applause.
That life is over because we throw a few pennies down the gutter. We seem to feel everything is lost, so we fighting to get back something that didn't cost. But while we're searching and researching to get back that little something, we forget it. We know nothing of this world in which we live in. Someone greater put this world together. We must remember times are plenty. We must be grateful. Times of sorrow, we must be strong. Times of joy, we must be thankful. Life really has its ups and its downs. Times of disaster, we must be ready to get together and move racism out the way. And if you listen to the watchwords from your lungs and Black Stallion, tomorrow will be a brighter day. We meet the world today with 4 seasons. Who are we to question just what's the reason? What goes around so must come back round so, and why that is so, nobody knows. There are so many other mysteries that no one could answer. You just have to give thanks, look to the future, cause this world is not ours to control, but to be born. Times are plenty, we must be grateful. Times of sorrow, we must be strong. Times of joy, we must be thankful. Life really has its ups and its downs. Times of disaster, we must be ready to get together and move racism out the way. But if you listen to the watchwords from your lungs and Black Stallion, tomorrow will be a brighter day. As we go through this life we live in, you should know by now this world owes you nothing. So live your life and enjoy. Try to leave the world better than you found it. The creator of this world, with no one signed no contract, it's on a paper saying yesterday is going to come back. Look ahead, tomorrow you're dead. After all is said, times are plenty, we must be grateful. Times of sorrow, we must be strong. Times of joy, we must be thankful. Life really has its ups and its downs. Times of disaster, we must be ready to get together and move racism out the way. And if you listen to the watchwords from your lover, Black Stallion, tomorrow will be a brighter day for you and 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 you.
Thank you so much. I want to tell you one thing, but since he's here, I want to reintroduce Raphael Izama, and he's going to play one of the popular songs of Carnival 2023 and introduce the mascot of the San Fernando Carnival, Mr. Darren Perez. Thank you once again.
Already been planning since earlier this year where they're coming to stay there and all of that
Right.
Carnival 2024. And it may not have been at San Fernando, may not have been an option.
So we had a contingent in Miami for Miami Carnival, right? Like I said, one of our partners, Morning Neighbor, there's a really huge international promoter, right? So they were in Miami promoting San Fernando Carnival, right? So we have persons who we have been engaging behind the scenes to bring it back. Now, we're not saying within the first, I only assume, office 2 months. I'm not saying that it's going to be the crescendo, the best of the best, but we envision as we go forward, it's a start.
One of the other things is that as much as you saw the children out there today, the clear focus examples of the steel bands in Fernando. A lot of the steel bands couldn't even find players because some of the better players went north because they were getting better compensation to play. So as higher guns, they were moving up north. What people like Darren Shepherd and Julian Rigrado and some of the other folks started to do is to start to move these children from here. And now when you look at Montclair looks like a youth band, and Montclair has a full complement. You know, and that is what we're going to see a lot of. We're going to have a pool dance competition among the schools, primary and secondary schools, old mass, they're not juvenile, old mass. Placard, yes, and it's as a tremendous business. That's what the business people are doing. The business people jumped on that. They wanted that. You see, so it's building a product then around which people become engaged. One of the biggest social, cultural organizations out there, years ago used to be Coffee Boys, but now it's Sandal people, Sandal Sing. And when you go to them picnics over the summer, it's thousands of people. And they plugged it and sourced the carnival. In fact, they will be part of the carnival. So, you know, so it comes with steps. The outreach is not only local. We're reaching to San Fernando, to the diaspora, in New York, in London, and telling everybody come home.
Carnival celebrations are like a juve and the main judging point will be that by summer. Oh, what's happening with this?
It's early for the definite thing, but go ahead. Yeah.
Right, so the traditional route is something that was agreed upon by the stakeholder committee that we created. The judging points, again, as Ms. Mark whispered to me, is still a work in progress, right? So we will announce that in due time.
The hospital has always been, the noise and
When I was deep in the Carnival in Santa, the hospitals, folks, the patients, they look forward to the fans coming on the road. It just maybe the decibel level of the DJs may be a thing. But a long time, when people in the wheelchairs come out of their crutches in the gallery to see mass. So I don't understand this whole thing, why suddenly the hospital is part of some kind of distant kind of space from the people. There's Trinidadians inside there. They love the carnival, the music, they see them jumping in their little pajamas and everything. I don't know. So we see how that works. We see how that works.
So Mayor, I guess you're excited about your first carnival and your new dispensation.
Well, I actually prepared an answer to that statement in the shower this morning. You'll remember when Sandro was alive with me Anthony, that's my cousin, right? So under my stewardship, we go back to get to know Sandro. So we are more or less inviting the world to San Fernando. So yes, I am excited and I am encouraged, and you have followed me for 13 years, so you know I've been preparing for 13 years, right? Good.
What else? I don't see what you want to add anything.
Excited
And again, I just want to mention that the members of the committee who helped to put this launch together, I want to thank them, specifically the members of the subcommittee, members of the stakeholders of San Fernando for coming involved in the ongoing discussion. Carnival Monday in San Fernando, Mondays in San Fernando have become very interesting. And if you like to see, I don't know if you get invited, when you come to City Hall on a Monday, now City Hall is packed. Just drop in. You don't have to come as a journalist. Come and see the engagement of the people in the carnival, with their carnival. Just come and see. We're not talking about something like distant or some fantasy. Everybody's there, everybody's engaged, and everybody's supported.